A naturalist of very fixed habits followed the sun around his house. Soon after dawn, he sat at breakfast with his family on the porch that faced due east. At 11 o'clock, he joined his family for a cup of coffee on the veranda that faced the sun towards the southeast. At lunchtime, he ate on the terrace with his family overlooking the garden that lay due south. At about 7 o'clock, the naturalist dined with his family in the conservatory that faced the sunset, and as soon as it was dark, the naturalist went to bed. When the world began to spin anti-clockwise, the naturalist couldn't change his habits, and he spent the day alone, living in the shadow of his house, and never met, sat, or ate with his family again. H is for
house.
H is for heel, hip, heart, ham, haunch, hair, and head.
R is for
Robin.
The robin is an abundant and widespread resident.
H is for hawk, hoopoo, hawfinch, heron, harrier.
A is for
Apple.
B is for
Butterflies.
H is for house sparrow, hedge sparrow. H is for hen.
C is for
H is for hedge, hedgehog, horsetail, hawthorn, heather, hemlock, holly, hellebore, and hazel.
H is for
Hat. White hat.
H is for haberdashery, hunting, halfing, halfling, hog, horse, and hiccup.
W is for the wren has a loud, dramatic song with high-pitched phrases and trills.
H is for house sparrow, hedge sparrow. H is for holiday. H is for hero. H is for Paris. H is for home movie and Hollywood, and R is for russets. G is for Granny Smiths. C is for Cox's Orange Pippins. H is for harvest.
The carrion crow is a widespread and sometimes common bird.
H is for harpsichord. H is for health and happiness, hearse, hepatitis, heretic, heaven, hell, horror, holocaust, and his holiness. H is for hero and heroine. H is for homily. H is for hysteria. H is for hapax legomenon. H is for hosepipe. H is for homily. H is for hammock. H is for hopelessness, happiness, homelessness, hesitation.
B is for
Batman. I like those ones.
C is for
Cows.
H is for heifer.
B is for
Bike.
H is for horse.
M is for
Music.
H is for hocus pocus, helter skelter, harum scarum, hoity toity, hokey pokey, hodgepodge, bubble bubble, hugger mugger, hurdy gurdy.
T is for
Table.
H is for horsepower. H is for hemiptera, homoptera, and hymenoptera. H is for hookworm, hornet, and hoverfly. H is for haberdashery. H is for hump. H is for hacienda. H is for having. H is for hiatus. H is for hungry. H is for horology. H is for hybrid. H is for haplography. H is for cigars, Havana cigars.
L is for
Nevada.
H is for hermaphroditism, hibernation, holozoic. H is for hemophilia, hemorrhage, hemisphere, habilitate. H is for habits. H is for hack, hew, hatchet, hammer, and hitchcock. H is for handicap, handicraft, handiwork, handkerchief, and handle.
H is for
House.
S is for sun. H is for Heliolithic, heliotrope, heliosis, helium, and helix. H is for Hamburg. H is for Hoover and honey.
S is for
Sun.
H is for 6:30, 7:30, 8:30, 9:30, 10:30, 11:30, 12:30. H is for hosepipe and H2O. 2:30, 3:30, 4:30, 5:30, 6:30. H is for house sparrow.
House sparrows are abundant, and the tree sparrow is common in many places where it often has small colonies.
P is for
Stinkers.
H is for bean, haricot bean, and has-been.
Rooks may often breed in small copses and along the edges of woods.
A woman who lived in the country watched and waited for the approach of the city. She was convinced it would come directly from the north and only in the afternoon. So she scanned the northern horizon through binoculars until tea time.
H is for horizon.
Her expectations and her anxieties, however fearful, always ceased abruptly and absolutely at 4 o'clock. The speculators grew wise and parked their lorries to the east of her property, and they unloaded their bricks and dumped their timber on the western and southern sides of her garden whilst she was pouring tea. When the city was built in the woods and fields around the woman's house, the town planners had left the woman an open corridor to the north. But at 4 o'clock every afternoon, they confidently filled that corridor in with temporary buildings and disposable traffic.
H is for halo, halation, helix, halcyon, heliotrope, heliosis, helium, and helix. H is for Heliolithic.
A man believed that the human eye was like some sort of battery that the sun alone could recharge. Avoiding the dangerous glare of the day, he took to watching summer sunsets in the hope that his sight would thus be much improved for the winter. He persuaded his friends to watch with him, and soon in various parts of the country, groups of people sat out of doors in the evening looking westward. Before very long, rival societies sprang up to watch the dawn. Sun watching to recharge sight became endemic. Controversy arose. The rift between those who looked east in the morning and those who looked west in the evening led to argument and abuse, and ultimately to blows. Cynical observers began to look west in the morning and east in the evening, and a group of satirical opticians began to look north and south in the middle of the night.
H is for house.
D is for
It's for dark outside. Go to bed.